Let's get back into it. Sunday night football, big matchup coming up. We're talking about the Philadelphia Eagles against the Miami Dolphins. But you know they're building it up. Branding the game, Tua Tagovailoa against Jalen Hurts. Now we all know the backstory. Let's go over it briefly, a little bit about what happened back at Alabama. You know, Jalen Hurts was a freshman sensation coming out of North Shore High School out of Houston, Texas. Came to the Alabama Crimson Tide, took them to the college national football playoffs, and they got beat and put out by the Clemson Tigers. The following year, he took them again to the playoffs. They was in a national championship game. Jalen did his thing 2 years in a row. Third quarter, wasn't playing so good. Wasn't really playing bad if you remember, if you was watching that game. But whatever the case was, Nick Saban took him out and put Tua in. From that moment on, Alabama went on to beat Georgia in the national championship game. In the following season, Tua became the starter. After all Jalen had done for them. Yeah, I'm salty about it. I don't like Nick Saban to this day because of that. So it's the following year. They come back. Tua's the starter. Jalen doesn't transfer. He hangs in there. He stays committed to the team. He's a team player. He rolls with it. His number comes up. SEC championship. Tua gets hurt. Jalen comes in. Now Jalen wins the game. Kind of the role reversal. So, the season ends, and now Jalen enters the transfer portal, and he transfers to OU. And guess what? He take them all the way to the National College Playoffs. Now, he was also a Heisman Trophy candidate. So, the guy could play. It's evident. He did it in the best conference, which is the SEC, and then he took it to the Big 12, which is not too shabby, and he did it there. So, they're both in the NFL now. Philadelphia, Jalen Hurts. Tua went to the Miami Dolphins. Things didn't start too good for Tua, but now they're starting to pick up and progress. Tua was dealing with a lot of injuries, especially last year, dealing with a lot of concussions. He had a defensive coach as a head coach when he first got in the league, so he wasn't able to flourish. Not only that, he didn't have those primetime receivers like he has now with that track team led by Tyreek Hill. With Jalen Hurts and the Philadelphia Eagles, he started off watching. He didn't start his first year in the NFL, but by the end of the year, he was the Philadelphia Eagles starter after his first season. And we all know what happened from there. Second year, Super Bowl against the Kansas City Chiefs. Jalen Hurts loses in the Super Bowl, but man, he looked like the best player on the field that day. So now that brings us to where we're at today, the first matchup of these guys of their NFL careers, and it's going to be a good one. You could brand it Jalen against Tua all day, but it's really Jalen against that Miami Dolphins defense and Tua against that Philadelphia Eagles defense. And man, that Philadelphia Eagles front line, that defensive line, they bring that pain. So I don't know. It's going to be a great game. Miami's been putting up a lot of points. They lead the league in points. As a matter of fact, they scored 70 in one of their games, so it's going to be hard for Philadelphia to stay with them. But they're going to have to stay true to who they are. Running game, pass, balance attack. But I don't know. I think with it being in Philadelphia, I'll give the edge to Philly with that weather and Miami being a warm city team coming down to Philadelphia. Even though it's not as cold as it could get in Philly, it's still going to be a difference traveling up north and have to deal with those boys, especially at a night game, Sunday night football. So I think that's going to play a big part in it. But you guys let me know, who do you think is going to win the game? Who do you think will have the better game? And yeah, make sure you hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. I appreciate you guys watching the video. Peace.